Welcome to Scriptural Science, a presentation of Truth and Life Institute, Boston, Massachusetts, and Oba, Nigeria. The following is a subsection of the book. Revive Your Marriage Instantly by Obeying God. Written and published by Ifeanyi Chukwujima, scriptural scientist and a servant of God. This subsection's ID is Revive Your Marriage by Obeying God 2:5. Do everything without grumbling. Always keep this in mind. It is God that works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill His good purpose. Philippians 2 verse 13, without God you can do nothing. Whatever you have been able to accomplish in your life became possible because God enabled you to do so. That is why the Bible says that there is nothing you have you did not first receive. And because you received so you may have, you do not have grounds for boasting. And if there is nothing to boast about, then there is also nothing to complain about. And if you have to receive in order to have, then when you do not have, you must not complain because you do not have the power to change anything. When you have not received, simply wait and your patience will pay off. And because we receive to have, it is always wise to wait to receive than to make fuss about not having, and so create more problems. The Bible reminds us that God's time is the best, and He does not tarry. Be of good cheer, the Bible tells you. In lack or in abundance, our joy must always overflow because we trust in the one who promised to take care of all our needs. That is faith. In every situation we find ourselves in, we should always remember that if the situation was not meant for us, it would not come into our lives. So if we approach everything in good cheer, even that which is meant to punish us becomes a great learning tool for which we will receive great rewards from the faithful God who guarantees that there is nowhere in the world we would find ourselves that He is not waiting for us. If you fortify yourself with this attitude, you do not have to wait for the world to tell you how to respond to the issues that come up in your marriage. You will always trust in God to show you how to avoid the problems in the first place. You should always remember that everything you do in your life, including your marriage, counts towards your salvation. If you do good, you are in obedience of God and His Christ. If you do evil and choose your own righteousness over God's commands, you're in contempt of God and have to account for your actions and your unfaithfulness. Here is a passage from the Bible for you. 12 Therefore, my dear friends, as you have always obeyed, not only in my presence, but now much more in my absence, continue to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. 13 For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill His good purpose. Philippians 2 verses 12 to 13. 14 Do everything without grumbling or arguing. 15 So that you may become blameless and pure, children of God without fault in a warped and crooked generation. Then you will shine among them like stars in the sky. 16 As you hold firmly to the word of life. And then I will be able to boast on the day of Christ that I did not run or labor in vain. 17 But even if I am being poured out like a drink offering on the sacrifice and service coming from your faith, I am glad and rejoice with all of you. 18 So you too should be glad and rejoice with me. Philippians 2 verses 14 to 18. And this is my prayer, that your love may abound more and more in knowledge and depth of insight. 10 So that you may be able to discern what is best and may be pure and blameless for the day of Christ. 11 Filled with the fruit of righteousness that comes through Jesus Christ, to the glory and praise of God. Philippians 1 verses 9 to 11. If you're a man, before you say I do and commit yourself to a woman in marriage, remember that you are making a commitment to God to be transformed into a new body and a new spirit that is 100% you and 100% the woman you are committing your life to. And if you are a woman, before you say I do and commit yourself to a man in marriage, remember that you are making a commitment to God to be transformed into a new body and a new spirit that is 100% you and 100% the man you are committing your life to. You are committing yourself to God, saying that you are willing and ready to execute a covenant. You are also saying that you are prepared to accept any consequences that may result from your breach, and that you are prepared to pay reparations for the breach. You and your spouse are not only responsible for each other, but more importantly, you are both accountable to God for your separate roles in your new joint existence. Religiosity, or lack thereof, has no bearing on this new commitment you are both making to God. As soon as you decide to get married, you are adding to your life this continuing debt to unconditionally love this person that is coming into your life. And you must pay up or face disciplinary actions from God, regardless of whether you belong to a religion or not. All marriages, the world over, belong to God, in the same way all mankind belongs to God.